Hey everyone! It feels heavy even talking about this, but the situation surrounding Kim Sae Ron's death has become a tangled mess. Remember how YouTuber Lee Jin Ho was catching heat for seemingly kicking her when she was down? Well, he's back, claiming she was married and pregnant before she passed. But let's be real. Given his history, can we even trust a word he says? And more importantly, who really benefits from all this? Back in January, just a month before everything happened, Kim Sae Ron posted some photos on Instagram with a guy in New York. They looked cozy, she was gazing at him, and the caption was simply merry. Harmless, right? Well, not in the world of K-drama scrutiny. The post was quickly deleted, but the internet never forgets. Suddenly, everyone was speculating about their relationship, especially given Seiron's past, like the DUI incident. It felt like people were just waiting to pounce. In an interview, she clarified that the guy was just a friend, shooting down the marriage rumors. But even then, she was accused of being an attention seeker. Some people jumped to her defense, saying it was her personal Instagram, and she should be able to post whatever she wants. But others, they were relentless. February 16th, a date that's now impossible to forget. Kim Sae Ron was found dead and the public's attention shifted dramatically. Her family dropped a major accusation. They claimed that actor Kim Soo Hyun had been in a relationship with Sae Ron when she was underage, a relationship they believe played a significant role in her tragic decision. And get this, it all went down around Soo-hyun's birthday. The accusation sent shockwaves through the K-drama world. But the family didn't stop there. They also called out Lee Jin Ho, the YouTuber, for posting what they described as hurtful videos about her. In fact, this was the first real statement from her family after her passing. Her father publicly blamed Lee Jin Ho for causing Sae Ron significant emotional harm, pointing to videos where he harshly criticized her, especially after those wedding-themed photos. One of his videos was even titled something like, "Kim Sae Ron self-deleting again? Gone into hiding after marriage rumors." He claimed he'd tried contacting her but couldn't, questioning her sincerity about reflecting on her actions. After her death, he took down those videos and issued a public apology, saying he wanted to show his condolences, even if it was just for morals. But here's where it gets really messy. Instead of backing off, Lee Jin Ho released another video in March, doubling down on his claims that Sae Ron was married when those photos were posted. He shared what he said were voice recordings between Sae Ron and a former agency staff member. In these recordings, the staff member supposedly asks about the photos, and Sae Ron reportedly says it was her boyfriend who uploaded them. The staff member calls him crazy, and Sae Ron agrees. The staff member then mentions reporters are blowing up their phones and they've been denying the marriage rumors, but urges Sae Ron to be honest. Apparently, the staff member also asks about a ceremony, and Sae Ron allegedly confirms it happened overseas. It gets even more intense. Sae Ron supposedly opens up about personal struggles, admitting to meeting her ex-boyfriend rumored to be Soo Hyun while in Korea. She says they were no longer together, but he offered to help with issues related to her company. She then claims she had no intention of marrying her current boyfriend and was planning to break up with him. But things changed when she became pregnant and had to terminate the pregnancy. Despite this, she says her boyfriend pressured her into marriage. She also reportedly said this boyfriend, described as a normal guy working in New York, had access to her social media and would monitor her messages. She said they fought over the public announcement of their marriage, and he posted about it despite her objections. She even revealed she deleted her Kakao Talk and adjusted her social media because her boyfriend's behavior reportedly became erratic when he drank. When asked if her parents knew, Sae Ron confirmed they did but emphasized that her boyfriend seemed normal, except when he was drinking. Lee Jin Ho clearly intended for this video to clear his name and paint a different picture of Sae Ron's life. He even implied that Sae Ron wasn't that shaken by his videos, claiming she was in the US with her alleged husband when he uploaded them. The backlash. Did it work? Absolutely not. But the video completely backfired. Instead of proving his point, he was criticized for sensationalizing Sae Ron's personal life. People pointed out that even if the marriage claim was true, it didn't change the troubling nature of Soo Hyun's alleged relationship with Sae Ron. Some even speculated that Lee Jin Ho might be working for Soo Hyun's agency Gold Medalist, trying to shift the focus away from the serious allegations. And that claim about the terminated pregnancy? People saw right through it. Many suspected he was trying to appeal to misogynistic sentiments, hoping to deflect attention from Soo Hyun's actions. On top of everything, Lee Jin Ho's actions were seen as incredibly hypocritical. After apologizing to Sae Ron's family, he continued to release videos about her, seemingly using her private matters to avoid taking responsibility. But here's the kicker. Those who did believe Jin Ho's claims were quickly confronted with evidence suggesting the recordings were fabricated. Chinese netizens reportedly found evidence suggesting the conversation had been either artificially generated or significantly altered. This sparked even more outrage against both Jin Ho and Soo Hyun, with many convinced they were working together to tarnish Sae Ron's name. So what's the truth? There's no definitive proof yet that the recordings were AI generated or manipulated. But given Lee Jin Ho's reputation, it's hard to take anything he says at face value. Even if the recordings were real, the fact that he chose to focus on Sae Ron's personal life rather than acknowledging his role in her suffering is deeply disturbing. It feels like a clear attempt to discredit someone who can no longer defend herself, using details of her private life to divert attention from the immense harm he and others may have caused. The sheer audacity of continuing to drag her name through the mud, even after her passing, is truly shocking. Let's hope she gets the justice she deserves, whatever that may look like.